Welcome back to Trucks and Junk. Today we got two special guests coming to us today, and we're going to be working on something very special just for them. Come on, guys. Alright, this is my daughter Shelby and my son Otto. So what we're going to be doing today is this is a 12-volt power wheel. The battery's kind of weak in it. So what we plan on doing is we're going to make it a 20-volt power wheel. And I know they got this video on YouTube all over the place, but the one thing they don't do is they don't show you how to do it, and they don't show you how to do it to where you can also keep the 12-volt battery as well. So in this video, we're going to show you how to do both. Keep on going. Trying to make this thing a little bit more powerful here. Run it, baby. High five. Alright, so what we need for today's project is going to be the battery adapter for whatever battery you plan on using. You can buy these on Amazon. I'll link a couple of them in the description below to help you find them. But they basically make these for every battery out there for a drill, basically, except for maybe like the really, really cheap batteries, which is kind of weird. But I'm going to be doing the dewalt 20 volt, but you can also buy them for the cheap parts. You can buy them for Ryobi. There's a whole bunch of them out there. But basically what these do is these slide onto the battery, lock in, and then that gives you your hot and your ground, and just turns it into a regular battery. And then you're also going to need a on-off-on switch. Yeah. This is what's going to convert your 12 volt to 20 volt, your 20 volt back to 12 volt. And I'm going to show you on a diagram here in a second how that works. You're also going to need some extra wire. You're going to need some spade terminals and some simple wiring tools, and possibly a voltmeter just to double check your work. And that should be all you need to complete this project.
Yeah, because this is a video of me and Oscar and Dad.
Yep, that's because it's our video.
Yep.
So what we have here is we have a 12 volt battery that's already into the power wheel, and then we're adding a 20 volt battery to the power wheel. So there's two reasons why you would want to do that. Number one, if you got a little kid riding, you can put it back on the 12 volt and take the 20 volt off without having to take nothing apart. Number two, if you're riding on your 12 volt and it dies, you can go to your 20 volt and keep riding. Or vice versa, if you're riding on your 20 volt and it dies, you can go back to your 12 volt and keep riding. So there's really good possibilities out of doing this. And the other thing is, you can actually do this with two 12 volts and double your ride time, or two 20 volts and double your ride time. It's up to you guys. You can actually do quite a few of them depending on how many switches you want to hit, but we're just going to stick with the 20 and the 12 for now. So what we got is we got the 12 volt already in the four-wheeler. We're adding the 20 volt. How this works is you're going to take the positive lead from the 12 volt battery, go ahead and connect it to the positive terminal on the go-kart. You're going to take the positive lead from the 20 volt battery and connect it to the positive lead on the cart. And then you'll take your negative from the 12 volt and take it to your on-off-on switch. And the same thing with your 20 volt. But you'll put the 12 on this side, the 20 on this side, and then the center lead of the on-off switch will go to the negative terminal of the cart. So what that does is when the switch is this way, you're connecting these two wires, which makes a 20 volt. And when you turn the switch that way, you connect these two wires, which makes a 12 volt. And then that way, it's not drawing from this one or this one unless you want it to be. All right? Does that sound good, Shelby?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you excited about it?
Yeah.
All right.
First thing you have to do is take out the seat. Okay, and the other seat. So the next thing we'll have to do is drill a hole.
So the next thing Bubba's got to do is drill a hole?
Yeah.
Where's he going to drill it at? Right there? Why is he going to drill it there?
Because I said so.
So Mommy and Daddy can control the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Alright, so now that we've got the hole drilled, I went ahead and wired all this stuff up just like it is on the board. So what I've got is I have the power coming out of my battery adapter, and then doubling off of it, going to the, leaving a power wire for the 12-volt battery. So this will plug into the original 12-volt battery. And then this is the center wire, which will plug into the power wheel. Well, words are hard. So that center wire will go to the power wheel. This one will go to the original 12-volt battery. Okay, and then this one comes from the power adapter, just like we showed on the board. So now all we got to do is screw this to the power wheel, put the switch in where we put it so it's safe to where the kids can't reach it but mommy and daddy can, and plug this into the battery, plug this into the battery, and we're good to go. You're going to want to find a spot inside your power wheel that's big enough to house the battery that you're putting in. If you guys use those single amp hour batteries, they're a lot thinner than these big batteries, but thankfully on this power wheel I have enough space under the seat for this to fit alongside the other side of the original battery, so we're good on that. If you don't plan on using the original battery, you can just put it in the place of the battery, and if you're planning on doubling up your battery, make sure you have enough space to do that. But other than that, we're just going to hook everything up just like I said. The switch is going to go back here where mommy and daddy can operate it, and the kids can't reach it. Once the seats are here, they can't reach back there unless they open this, and then their arms ain't long enough to reach it. So, good safety for mom and dad.
Yeah, that's because my dad says he had to fix the four-wheeler.
Have to fix it, yes.
Yeah, that's because he had this video to do today. Bye-bye.
Make sure your connections are good and tight, because a loose connection can cause extra resistance, which can cause a fire. Now, these kits normally come with a fusible link in the hot wire, so I do recommend that if yours didn't come with a fusible link, you get one. Mine didn't come with one, and mine will be here tomorrow, so I will be putting it in. So now we have the original ground here, which is the 12-volt battery. Okay. This is going to go to the 12-volt hot, or to the hot wire of the parts. Sure, it's good and tight too, guys, because it's the same concept. Just make sure your terminals are good and tight, because even the factory ones, guys, because any loose connection can really wreak havoc. Really want your terminals good and tight. Right. This wire here will go to the original 12-volt hot battery. Boom. And then this wire right here will go to the power wheel to the ground. Alright, so this is where the voltmeter is going to come into play, because we're going to want to see which side's 12 volt, which side's 20 volt. Or we can test by not putting in the drill battery, flipping your switch. If you don't have a voltmeter, okay, you just don't plug in your drill battery yet. Go ahead and flip your switch and see if you have power. So now I don't have power on that side, which means that side is the 20 volt. So if I go this way, I have power, which is the 12 volt. All right. Now, once we've got everything wired up inside here, now we're just going to put the 20 volt battery into the bracket, which these brackets normally have holes in them to where you can screw it into the cart somewhere. But until I find a permanent place for it and I get my link that goes on this wire, I'm going to keep from bolting it down just yet. So now we just once it's bolted in, that'd be easier to do. So now I should have power on both sides of the switch. So we're good on that. Alright, so now I'm going to get the voltmeter out to show you guys what I'm talking about with 12 and 20 volts coming from here. Alright, so now what we've got is I've got my voltmeter on 60V. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put the switch in center, which should be no voltage. So we're going to set this to the hot. No, Shelby, don't touch it. We're going to set this to the negative. And now I have no volts. Alright, now I'm going to flip this switch this way, which should be the 12 volt side. I'm going to have to mark that. And we have exactly 13.9 volts, so that's good for a power wheel. Then I'm going to flip it to this side, which should be the 20 volt battery. And now we have 19.85. So we have wired it up correctly. We are good to go. Now, Shelby's going to put the seats back in, and then we're going to load this up in the truck, and we're going to go test a few things.
I can feel. Okay. This seat goes here.
All right, make sure you move your seat belts. All right. Good job. Yeah, beat it in there. Make sure it stays.
It's staying.
All right, get the other seat.
Ah, good. This is covered.
All right. Good job, baby girl. Don't be dramatic. Say hi.
Hi. This is my own car. I know how to do everything. Now, you ready to go test it?
All right, for the first test, we're going to do it on 12 volt. And what we've done is we've walked off 150 foot from this piece of blue tape to Oscar all the way down there, which is another piece of blue tape. So let's go, Shelby. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is the original 12 volt. As you can tell, it's real slow on 12 volts. How much time was that, Oscar? 18.03 seconds. All right, bring it back up here, Shelby. All right, now I'll show you how easy this is to go from 12 to 20. All I gotta do is flip this switch, shut the thing. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. A lot faster. How long? 12.25 seconds with just a flip of a switch. Let off, Shelby. So now, like I said, guys, so that switch serves two purposes. Number one, you can go from 12 volts to 20 volts real easy. Number two, if they're driving around on the 12 volt battery and it dies, you can switch it over to the 20 volt to get them back to the house or whatever. Or same thing, if they're riding around on the 20 and it dies, you can switch it back over to 12 to get them home. So, like I said, it serves two purposes. It works out really well, and the kids really enjoy it because when you ramp it up for them, they can drift and do all that fun stuff. Come on, keep on going. Time to make this thing a little bit more powerful here. Run it, baby. Do you have it on turtle or rabbit? So that's 20 volt on turtle, so it's about normal speed. Now put it on rabbit, Shelby. Woo, there she goes. All right, slow down. Woo, drift it. All right, back it up. Burn out. All right. Make sure you turn it sharp. All right, turn it. Turn it, go back up there. Put it on rabbit. Woo, burn out. Yeah. They love you guys. Definitely worth it. Gives them more run time. Makes it funner. Make sure you stop. Alright guys. Alright, one last test. 3, 2, 1, go! Even big kids can ride too. Not recommended, guys. Not recommended. Drift it. Oh, look at him. Fun for all ages, guys. Fun for all ages. You know that's going to be the thumbnail, right?
It just died on me.
You know that's going to be the thumbnail, right?
See?
Nice walking speed, 20 volt on turtle. You can walk alongside your kid. If you got multiple drill batteries, you ain't got to worry about them dying. I'm walking with her. She's just riding along, enjoying life. All right, Shelby, you got to turn. Shelby, there you go. And go up in the yard. That's 20 volt on turtle. She was able to drive it home. She got plenty of power. Loving it. All right, guys, we did all that riding. She rode it home, which was, I'd say, about a quarter of a mile from where we went to go ride. And it's not hot, and it's still got 2 bars left. So, like I said, it's fun for a while for her. So, just letting y'all know. So, the kids really had a blast doing this with us today. If you guys want to see more content like this going forward with the kids involved, I'll be more than happy to do it. Just comment down below on whether or not you guys would like to see that. But they're actually in bed now. We forgot to shoot an outro, but they had so much fun with this thing today. It's not even funny. This battery held up so much longer than that original 12 volt. Especially if you run it on turtle with the 20 volt battery. I think the turtle knocks it back down to 12 volts and makes that battery last super long. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching and the support that you guys have brought out to the channel. We've almost got things back in order. Thank you for all the support you guys gave me for Anthony and my sister. But here soon we should be getting back to the wheelbarrow rat rod and hopefully get things moving in the right direction again. So thank you guys so much. God bless you all. And I will see you on the next one.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my